analyze Sita at 3 levels. So when I say the word Sita, what is the meaning of Sita? Everyone knows what Sita means, yeah?
Not the meaning, but I symbolize as something serene.
Achha,
Very
Siri,
subtle
okay.
person.
Yeah, that's a personification, correct? Yeah, she is subtle, she is gentle. Anyone with the name, like I'm concerned.
I think
with the
Sita is, Seet means, I think water, if I'm not wrong.
no, water is not neither correct. Anyone else? Like what Sita means, like Sita?
Earth.
Correct, earth. So the word Sita is derived from Seet, which means earth. So she is like the furrow. Furrow, we know, it's like when farmer has to grow the crops, he creates a kind of a fissure in the earth in which the seeds are sown and later the crops come up. So Sita is like a fertile field where seeds are not there, but she is fertile and she can have the offsprings, if I were to put for the earth perspective. So when I think about Sita, I think that she herself stands at this kind of a junction wherein the choice, when she makes the choice, comes over, and when others make choice for her. So when I say that Sita is also a victim of patriarchal society, wherein when she's asked by Lord Ram to cross the fire to prove her virginity when she comes back from Ravan's kingdom. So many times we see that women have to prove their virginity, but men are never questioned. It's okay for men to be there in illicit relationship, but not women. And secondly, but what comes across starkly in the 2 books which I've read, that is Warrior of Mithila and also The Forest of Enchantments, though they are fictional accounts, they talk about Sita as very firm woman who makes choice. She makes the first choice when she chooses to go with Lord Ram, irrespective of the dangers which wait her in the Dandakaranya. Secondly, she chooses when she doesn't want to be a consort for Ravan. He endures her, he lures her, he shows the opulence, the lukes that come over, you will have a palace of luxury, and forget Ram, the saint Ram, the Ram who is bound by rooms. Come with me. But she remains steadfast, she denies, and she says no. So she chooses for the second time. And third time she chooses when Lord Ram stops her to go from going back into the Mother Earth's womb, when after Love Kush are back into the kingdom, and he says, okay, let's unite as a family. She says, no, I have done my duty, it's time for me to go back, and irrespective of the multiple calls, she does what her head tells her, and she goes back into the mother's womb again. So she comes across as a lady who makes the choices, and that is somewhere I believe that when Nibina said that be like Sita, it's not a curse, but it's actually a boon because you get to make a choice. Now the second level. When I was just reading a newspaper editorial article, and it was written by Swami Sukhbodhanand. I think he writes quite often for Times of India, and he emphasized on how Sita is a metaphor, and I completely buy his point. He says that Sita is like a metaphor for a mind which gets away by the vasanas, the desires. When the golden deer approaches out of nowhere, she is lured by the beauty and the extravagance of the deer. And similarly, we are also that mind who gets lured by the opulence of the world. We are on diet, but seeing gulab jamun breaks our regiment. And whenever we do that, we are kind of giving away to the vasanas and the desires, and the consequences we have to bear. Sita was abducted, she had to bear the consequence. And that is where we learn that keep your senses, the 5 senses, under control. Because all that shimmers is not gold, eventually. Now the third level. The third level is when I see the lesson from Sita's tale. And that is a lesson of endurance, of perseverance. You know, when Sita was there in Ashoka Vatika, she is visited by Lord Hanuman, and when that Lanka Dhen happened. And Hanuman makes a very clever offer, and it's a very good offer that Mata Sita, just climb me on my shoulders and I'll take you back to where Lord Ram is, and no need of struggle, like non-violent struggle which we all abide. But she says, no. I'm going to do the long way, the right way, the way my husband wants it, to have a fight. She doesn't give in to shortcuts. To succeed in life, don't give in to shortcuts. We need to endure, we need to persevere. You know, she was not only physically tormented by flying her away from her native land, but she was also psychologically tormented when there were these Rakshasis just asking her to give away, and she had to maintain that strength. And this depiction is given beautifully in the Forest of Enchantments, and if you get some time, just flip through the pages. It will indeed put you in the place Goddess Sita, if that the story is true, would make you believe. So at the end of the day, I would put it that Sita Yan is the story about how Sita has made her way through different situations and how we can gain the lessons of making a choice, not giving to desires, and enduring the hard times. And I would like to conclude the tale after the third speech now.